As we mark 70 years since the outbreak of the Korean War this week, it's a sad reflection that we're still not in a state of peace. And while we're not seeing physical fighting right now, the Koreas are engaged in a propaganda war. The North's been reinstalling loudspeakers to blare out anti-South messages along the inter-Korean border, according to South Korea's military. Loudspeakers were dismantled by both sides as part of a 2018 summit agreement to halt hostile acts. Propaganda broadcasts have been viewed by the North as an open act of war. It is particularly sensitive about exposure to South Korean music or news that deviates from Pyongyang's official line. And in response to North Korean defectors releasing leaflets across the border earlier this month, state media reported on Monday that North Korea is to send around 12 million of its own propaganda leaflets to the south via some 3,000 balloons, stating that the time for retaliatory punishment is fast approaching, ignoring Seoul's request last weekend to immediately withdraw the plan. But why would South Korea be so upset by North Korean propaganda? It's not like we don't already see open criticism of the government here in the South. Anti-Moon Jae-in protesters even accused the South Korean president of being a North Korean spy. Well, partly it's because Seoul views the North's current moves as a clear violation of 2018's inter-Korean progress. Propaganda warfare could drive more physical provocations and deliver another blow to President Moon's signature policy aiming for inter-Korean peaceful cooperation. And despite this goal, Pyongyang has treated him with disdain, personally insulting Moon and, based on recently released images, preparing leaflets mocking the South Korean leader and putting them in bags along with cigarette butts and ashes. That said, Seoul's stance is not straightforward. Yes, South Korea is showing a tougher hand now, considering using loudspeakers on the southern side of the border, along with actual military action if the North deploys drones in violation of their 2018 military agreement. But then Seoul has also tried to placate Pyongyang by taking action to ban defectors from sending leaflets across the border. And the South Korean government risks international condemnation if it clamps down on them. As the head of the UN Human Rights Office in Seoul, Signe Poulsen, has insisted that the sending of leaflets by defectors is an exercise of the right to freedom of expression. So in this propaganda war, there are more than two parties involved. But what's more clear is that if it persists, tensions will rise and clashes may follow.